Hello, everyone, and welcome back to From Boston to Austin, the podcast where we talk all things comedy with comics from the Boston area, the Austin area, and everywhere in between. We are weekly now. Very excited to be back and be bringing you weekly interviews with comics. Today, we have an awesome comic here by the name of Katie Farrell. Welcome, Katie.
Hi, thanks.
Welcome, Katie.
We're so happy to have you here. We've been getting to know Katie over the past year or so, or whatever it's been. So we thought you would be a great guest to have back on now that we're getting this going on a weekly basis, right, babe?
100%. This is a little bit of a trial run because every time I try to switch camera angles, they go to some different file location. So I'm not 100% sure if I will even be on this at all. So, well, but yes, it's good. It's good to be back. My voice will be on it. So
it's all that matters.
Like young Jamie.
That's all that matters. So we're actually doing a show tonight, which is very exciting. So I figured you can take it from the cut. So
take it from the cuck.
All right. Jesus Christ. So Katie, remember Katie's here. When did you start stand-up comedy? How long have you been doing it? And where did you first start?
I started, my first time ever doing stand-up was actually April 1st, 2024.
Oh. Where did you do it?
At the, what is the name of that place? It's the Old Court in Lowell.
Okay. So it was a place in Lowell, and
I've been to court in Lowell many a times.
not to do stand-up comedy.
No, it's the Old Court. It's like a tiny Irish pub.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You were there on official business.
I was, yes. Federal official business.
Oh, I highly doubt anything federal.
Nah, it wasn't that cool.
It happened by accident, though, for April 1st because I was going to do it March 31st, but then the open mic I went to was canceled, and I didn't know it.
And so it ended up just being April Fool's Day.
Yeah, I was like, I'll go tomorrow.
So did you think at all on that? Like, oh, that's cool because I'll do it on April 1st. And then if I'm terrible, I could just be like, April Fools, I'm not really going to do stand-up comedy.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Psych.
And I loved it. Like I read off my paper and I actually did pretty decent. I also took a stand-up class.
Oh, okay.
With Andrea Sawyer.
Okay, and did you do that after you started? Like you just tried out an open mic? And
I went to high school with a kid named Garrett Sawyer.
Okay, great. Anyway, so you did an open mic and you were like, that's fun. And now I want to learn how to actually craft it. Yeah. I have never done a class before, but I think I've tried mentoring. I think I'm going to try it again soon. Because it is good because nobody really teaches you how to do stand-up comedy. It's just something, and everybody does it differently. Everybody does it a little different. It's one of the most interesting things to get involved in. What made you decide to get into stand-up comedy? Like to do that open mic, you obviously, it even got moved and you still stuck with it. You didn't say, screw it, mic is canceled. I really don't have the guts. You had the guts, you did it. What made you decide to do that?
So I got my hip replaced about 2 weeks before I started.
No shit.
Yeah.
Burr.
I made a joke because when you have rheumatoid arthritis, you have a lot of dark humor.
Right. Right.
You have a lot. So I had a joke like, now that I can stand up, I'm going to do stand up.
Nice. And you did. Yeah. That's awesome. And I know that you draw from your health issues, that the RA and stuff like that with your material. So what are the things that you have going on that you talk about, and how do you work that into your act?
So I have a lot of joint pain and swelling over the course of my life. I got diagnosed when I was about 14, but I've had it since I was about 11.
With the rheumatoid
arthritis.
Oh, wow. So you're a kid and you get diagnosed with arthritis. How did it affect your life? Well, how did they treat you for it?
Well, they treat you with biologic medications, so it's injectables.
Okay. That sucks.
Yeah.
So
I get an infusion every 6 months though, but I funny enough, I'm allergic to it. Oh. So I have to get a special protocol to get the drug.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
Fun. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the med works. So
it works.
Yeah.
So it helps you to actually feel better and be able to get up. It's got to be difficult if
initiating protocol stand up.
Okay. It's got to be difficult. It must be hard to get out of the house, to get yourself to get up and get out of the house sometimes to go do stand up, right? Yeah. It's got to be, because you must be in pain.
Oh, for sure. I'm always in pain.
My
baseline pain would make someone without chronic pain and want to go to the hospital.
I know, right? It's amazing. I think men have a very low threshold for pain, probably because as women, we have to experience it naturally so often that it's just like our baseline for pain is higher, I think, because of that. And then when you put on top of it a chronic illness where you're just always kind of in pain, then yeah, your litmus is way different.
Yeah, I have a chronic illness too.
You have a lot of them. Which
It's
one?
called chronic masturbation.
Jesus Christ. Do you have to excuse yourself?
I do. I have a condition. I have to excuse myself every 5 to 10 minutes.
You're a ridiculous person. Sorry, Katie. In spite of his comments, we do take you very seriously. What you said, so April 1st of 2024. So it's been a couple years, 2.5 years?
Yeah, like
almost,
2.5
or a little
years
over 2 or
almost.
whatever. At what point did you like actually feel like, yeah, I can do this? Like how far into it?
Like a year in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I like this a lot. Like I can do it.
That's amazing. I don't even know. I think as soon as I started, I was like, I'm definitely going to keep doing this. But I had to shoehorn it into my life kind of with the kids and the career and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I definitely was like, I want to keep doing it. And I think, was there a point one day that you were like, started referring to yourself as a comic, as a comedian? Because at first you don't, because you're like, I'm an open micer or whatever. I'm just
I
like,
think it was about a year in.
Yeah.
When I got booked at Nick's Comedy Stop.
yes, it's like about a year in, somewhere in that range, somebody actually ends up booking you on a show. And then you're like, okay, now I can like say I'm a comic as opposed to just an open micer, even though open micers, it's not that they're not comics, but it is kind of a funny thing when you start comedy, at which point you actually start referring to yourself as a comic or as a comedian. I'm sure there are lots of people who refer to themselves as that like on day one. They're just like, I'm so funny. But most of us are more humble than that. Who was the first person who ever told you that you were funny? Do you remember like
My priest.
Since childhood.
since childhood?
I've
Yeah.
just been witty and
Yeah.
quick.
Right. I've same. I mean, it's like one of those things. I think with a lot of stand-up comics, and this probably happened to you too, like after you start doing it, the people who have known you for a long time are like, oh, I could totally see you doing that. Right.
Yeah.
They're like with you because your mind always wants to go for the joke. I've always had that. I'm sure you have too. Like it's maybe some of it has to do with, I feel like dealing with pain for you, like physical pain or like stress. Like for me, just kind of growing up in like a walking on eggshells kind of environment that I was growing up in. I feel like humor always just kind of like made everything a little easier. And so always my mind would always be looking for what's the joke I could make to lighten this situation. Right. And then you start to use it like what are just some jokes I could make to like win these people over, whether it's work or whatever, or, you know, colleagues or moms just on the playground or whatever.
I've done that with medical professionals. They've all told me to be a stand-up comedian, like pretty much anyone that's worked with me.
Oh, yeah. Because you have to work with a lot of medical professionals with all the stuff that you have going on and everything. Yeah, for sure. Default to humor. I know. Laughter really is the best medicine. What do you think, Alex?
I completely agree.
I'm almost afraid to ask him.
Obviously I don't have anything clever or witty right now.
Not when you're put on the spot.
No.
Yeah, you're just going to interject things about masturbation periodically.
That's what I do. That's the kind of guy I am.
That's where you shine.
Real low brow.
That's where you shine.
Real low brow.
What do you think about the Boston area comedy scene? What's your take on it? Do you feel like it's warm and embracing? Do you feel like it's lukewarm? Do you feel like there's lots of opportunity? What do you think?
I think it's lukewarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Competitive?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. One thing that I do have to say about doing comedy in the Boston area is people are quite intelligent. A lot of smart people,
Yeah,
you know,
they are.
a lot of smart people. And so there are a lot of
And
smart
funny people.
smart and funny.
Right.
So it's like,
They appreciate the intelligent humor
exactly.
and they appreciate being clever.
Right. It's always interesting to me that it's essentially perfectly acceptable to be as dirty as you want to be, you know, as long as it's clever. As long as it's clever. That people go up sometimes and they think, I've seen this happen, I'm sure you have too, where it's like people think they're going to put on a show and there aren't any real jokes and they never like learn that. I don't know. I've seen that happen and people don't really grow, but people are very smart. So you might be at an open mic and see somebody that's doing comedy for the first time, or they're so brand new and they might be like really good, really clever. And then you're like, fuck.
Well, again, it's Boston.
It's the most educated state, in the nation.
Educated state in the nation.
And there's downtown Boston, and then there's all the suburbs, the comedy out in the suburbs, which is more what we do. I'm not downtown doing comedy all that often.
And I'll just say in Boston, you kind of have to make your own opportunities. I think now it's like nobody's going to it goes without saying, nobody's going to hand you shit regardless
Yeah.
of wherever you are. But in Boston, the scene's like kind of lacking, I'll be honest with you. So it's like you really have to.
Let's ask Katie what she thinks. I'm curious
Yeah.
what you think. He was just saying he thinks maybe this scene in Boston itself is a little lacking.
You have to go out and hustle, get your own venues, set up your own mics, set up your own shows. And then, essentially, that's how you do it in Boston now.
Well, that's how you do it everywhere. But regardless of that, I'm just curious. Would you say it's lacking downtown in like the downtown Boston?
It's scattered throughout Boston.
Yeah.
Boston's a big city.
Yeah.
And I'll just come out and say it. You got to be like, you can't be a Republican. You can't be right leaning. You can't make any kind of like right leaning jokes whatsoever. You're going to lose the crowd immediately in downtown Boston. You're not going to win them back. And it's just not a welcoming place to do it. I have no problem saying that whatsoever.
Oh, no. I mean, I can't.
Those guys don't book me.
I can't. Well, I mean, I can't disagree. You cannot be conservative or whatever you want to call it, Republican. I mean, I'm not Republican.
You
but-
literally have no Second Amendment right in Boston. First Amendment.
Oh, I was just gonna
You
say,
don't have either.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ. Did you talking about the right to bear
God
arms?
damn it, I'm jumping around, boys.
Well, okay. So he thinks, and I'm not saying that he's wrong, but he thinks that it's like a lot of comedy and comics are kind of muzzled.
They're kiss asses.
in Boston. Well, that's different. That's different. Muzzled in the Boston scene. What do you think?
I don't really know how to answer that.
Like,
I'll take the heat.
no,
heat.
you are taking the heat.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
No, well, there's not really any heat so much as just like you're making a point.
Yeah. I'll say it like it is. That's what I do.
Like people make more like people will make jokes about like anything positive toward Democrats and negative toward Republicans and Trump, which everybody Trump bashes. So that's not even a thing anymore. It doesn't even matter. Like doesn't mean that you're left, right, center, or whatever. But just that if you were to make, you wouldn't be able to make a joke. I don't do political humor, but you really can't make a joke that like shits on anything liberal, Democrat, or whatever. The best advice, I guess, I would give to a comic in starting up comedy in Boston is like, don't do any political humor. You don't do any really political humor.
I mean, I have some stuff.
Do you have some stuff?
But it's like you can't tell where I'm going.
Right. Like Mr. X. Yeah.
Yeah. I have actually one that's pretty obvious what it is. It's about wanting to fuck a clown.
Mm-hmm.
And I go on for like a minute and a half about the things I want to do with a clown and like why I like clowns.
How is it political?
Because at the end of that, I reveal that the thing that really turns me on about clowns is their Make America Great Again hats.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I get it. All right.
The whole point of the joke is the memorabilia and like the gear.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need apparel
Right,
from
exactly.
a president.
Right.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah, I totally get it. It's like, you're like,
yeah, he
guys,
also didn't need a Trump coin.
you're like these like boomers are walking around like they're in the insane clown posse. Like they're
Right.
juggalos
Whoa,
for Trump.
you can't.
You know what I mean?
Don't
It's like
diss
they're, like,
that. Don't
decked
diss.
out.
Don't diss the ICP.
I'm not dissing ICP. I'm saying it's like
Family.
MAGA people
Family.
decked out like as if they're, juggalos for Trump. No, so that is a good joke. And you're like you said, it's more like you're making fun of that idea of like getting decked out for your president. And I have a joke that about vaccines, but it is more of a misdirect as if you even think it's really about vaccines to begin with, which I honestly never really thought of it as being that way. But Sterling, I think, had mentioned that, but I think her thing was like, obviously it's clear once you get to the end of the joke that you're not talking really about vaccines, kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, but the uncomfortableness that's part of the fun of the joke.
Yeah, and people forget that comedy is largely hyperbole.
Of course, exactly.
So
yeah, exactly. I mean, my whole joke is about why does my
such
baby...
a quote unquote intelligent city, they're awfully fucking stupid when it comes to shit like that.
I mean, sometimes people can be a little overly analytical. Yeah, like that is interesting. People want to comment on vaccines.
Yeah,
and
hell
I'm
yeah.
like, this is not. I'm like, I am not really giving commentary on vaccines in this joke. The joke is that do I have to give my baby STD vaccines because, he ain't fucking yet. As a matter of fact, I say that I'm not an anti-vaxxer because I'm not. We get our vaccines. We do. The whole point is just like the like you said, the hyperbole. It's like
Right.
the The concept,
I say that so I don't get sued.
well, no, I know, but the concept of like you're thinking about your baby's sex life when it's a week old, when your baby's a week old on the table, like literally, you know, it's all arms and, you know, and you're just like, oh, okay. And, you know, yeah, we don't want him to get
Somebody
HPV.
put this baby on prep.
I mean, it's like, right. It's like my little baby there. And I'm just like, no, don't want him to get HPV. Of course not. You know, and I'm just standing there thinking like, you think my son's going to have a dirty dick. You think this is going to be a dirty dick little motherfucker, a player. What's the weirdest place you've ever performed? Like the weirdest venue, location, whatever.
Epstein's mansion.
But when I turned 50 and he was still 30, he hadn't turned 31 yet. Then I was like, that whole week, I was like, it was awkward to me that I was 50 and he was technically
And
still
when
30.
when I do shave, I really do look like I'm 16.
I don't even let him.
No,
I don't
it's,
even want
it's
him.
bad. It's bad.
Clean shaven. I don't even want him. People call me Mary Kay Letourneau. I mean, then I really look like I'm dating my son, like when he shaves because
Yeah.
he looks way too young.
Well, if you had a kid with a wop, but, yeah.
Have you ever been with an Italian man?
Don't.
Yes.
Yeah, you have. So your stuff is very funny and you can get pretty dirty.
I get dark too. I get very dark.
Dark and dirty.
That is my that's my search history.
I was just gonna say that would be a good name for a special for you. Katie Farrell, Dark and Dirty. When you do your first comedy special.
But it's like, I think it's smart humor though too. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
It's like a ton of play on words.
It's because I like interracial porn.
Okay, Alex. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't take him anywhere. We're literally in our own home and I can't even take him here.
It's the contrast.
Is it the contrast? Is that the allure of the interracial porn? There is there's a huge allure. I don't know. You can tell me. I'm very curious about like white men getting turned on by watching interracial porn. Like,
no,
it's a
you're gonna
thing,
have to
no?
stop it right
I have
here.
no
'cause
idea.
It's immediately gonna get me in big trouble.
He's-
So you
I have
can't.
no
Yeah,
idea.
stop.
No, you don't. Not
I
sure.
don't watch porn.
I don't either. I'm not saying I never have, obviously.
I
but
think I watched
don't.
it like a handful of times.
Yes, that's
in
the
my
thing.
life.
So that's one of the things about men and women that are so different. It's like men will immediately just go to their phone and go to porn, and women, it's like,
No, we're not animals. I mean, I don't jack off on my phone. I mean, come on. I need a laptop or a TV.
right, okay.
That's
so
why I bring my Xbox everywhere I go to any hotel to make sure I
doesn't.
set it up.
First of all, if
Fap
you're staying in
zone.
if any hotel you're ever staying in, I'm paying for, and so you're not masturbating. I
Way to
wouldn't
step
allow
on the
it.
bit. Way to step on the
I
bit.
wouldn't allow it. Jesus Christ, you get me so off topic here.
Well, you donuts forget it's a fucking comedy podcast.
I didn't forget. I didn't forget. All right. Well, we'll get off the interracial pornography discussion because that's probably not appropriate. Or you don't
Speaking
wanna
of
get in
which,
trouble.
call back my condition. I got to excuse myself for
that's what I thought he
5
was
to
gonna
10
say.
minutes.
I was like, because you're gonna have to.
Where's my
excuse
phone?
yourself.
Where's my?
Yeah, grab your phone. Women just for men to have to use the spank bank as they call it, right? Then like they have to be desperate. Like, you know what I mean? There has to be like no
That's me taking pictures.
Wi-Fi. Oh God. If there's no Wi-Fi, if there's no computer, if there's nothing, then that's when they actually go to their minds. I feel like women almost
That's why
always use our
That's why
minds.
we record videos in case there's no Wi-Fi.
And now I'm just thinking, are you recording us without my knowledge?
That's why I prefer doggy. Duh.
Oh my God. What's something that you used to care about in comedy that you don't care about anymore?
Being racist.
Oh my God.
I guess I'd say like
they're sitting at a bar. They want a dick joke.
Right. And in my opinion,
You
like
know?
comedy is like supposed to be self-deprecating to a large degree. So you
It is,
can't
yeah.
be like insecure about like you have to make fun of your own life. And like, so that's the biggest thing. If you're not able to do that, then, you know, I don't really think you'll ever really truly be successful. If you're not able to talk about like all the fucked up shit in your life that's happened to you and like make jokes out of it, that's what comedy is.
But we're so glad that we had you come and on our little podcast when we are kicking it back off again officially. This is
Yes,
our
we're
official
getting back
kickoff.
into it. It's the official relaunch, okay, folks? So stay tuned, okay? We got a lot more to come.
We absolutely do. We're going to be doing this weekly with all sorts of different comics. It's going to be fun. We'll definitely have you back on again in the rotation so that you can update us on all the stuff that, you've been doing and all the funny stories. Because we didn't even get into any funny stories, but we will do that eventually. Today,
I was trying to like extract them, but it wasn't working.
Hey, we got to get to know people a little bit, and then we can ask them about all their juicy stories. But we're glad that you came to kick it off with us again. Yay! From Boston to Austin is officially back.
We're back, folks.
And better than ever.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.